Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the weekly reset for week number 17 of Dragonflight Season 2. I think we have 4 vaults to look at today, and we're going to kick things off with the Warrior. Alright, so the Warrior, I believe I only did a 14, a community key, so it really doesn't matter about this guy. I'm probably not going to continue, so current item level is 436. Doesn't really matter what we get from the vault. We're primarily prot, so we're going to stay prot. I mean, it's only going to be a hero piece at the end of the day, so it doesn't really matter what we get. Neck, haste, mastery, exactly the same as the one I have now. Exactly the same rank as well. I guess we take gems. All right, that was a quick one. But I guess we can talk about this week's affixes, and it is, of course, a tyrannical week, and we are joined by Afflicted and Bolstering. So this one should be, I don't know, relatively easy. I don't feel like these ones are like a pain in the butt to deal with. Afflicted's very easy to deal with, and Bolstering is, I don't know, I just let the rest of the group deal with that, it's fine. On to the Mighty Evoker, and hopefully this week, one of my characters will finally break that 445 item level, because we're currently sat at 445.5, apparently. We are 55 score away from 3k, which might try and pug a few keys this week, I'm not sure. In terms of gear, weapons would be nice. I believe we are missing, was it shoulders? Yeah, shoulders are the only ones that aren't myth. I believe everything else is, so yeah, shoulders, weapon, maybe a myth trinket or ring. We're gonna make sure we are in org, because I believe I was swapping for other people. I think we only did 1 key this week. I think maybe a 20 or something, so only 1 vault on this guy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, ideally we want mastery on everything, so we're probably going to pass on this one and take some gems. We've got 2 gems in our bag. Is it 4 or 6? I really can't remember. Okay, so it is 6 that we need for a socket, which is unfortunate, but that's my own fault because didn't really do that much on the Evoker this week, and we'll see why in a minute. Onto the Demon Hunter, and the Demon Hunter is exactly the same item level as the Evoker, so 444.5. We are currently 2.7, 52. We have all of our portals on this guy, which I think I got last week. I really can't remember. I need to upgrade boots at some point, and we're going to discuss the Demon Hunter after the vaults. But you might see more Demon Hunter play this week and next week, and probably towards the end of the season if I want to push that little bit further. But in terms of the gear that we want, I think, you know what, this guy's trinket's actually really good. I'm quite happy with that, actually. I think those are set, both AoE and single target. I think those are decent. Weapons, again, they're fine. I don't really know what I want to upgrade other than like crafted stuff. Maybe a ring, because I could probably do with more crit over the mastery. I need to drop a bit of mastery and make sure crit is the highest secondary stat, I think. And okay, hero belt. Yeah, there's not really too much, to be honest. I think everything. Okay, chest. We can upgrade chest. So, all right, there are a couple of pieces. So we'll go into the vault, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it as Havoc. I don't think I want to do any tanking anyway, so it's absolutely fine. I spoke about rings. I wanted more crit, but unfortunately it gives us the same with a socket though. So yeah, we'll go from hero to myth. It will bump our item level up slightly. I don't think it's going to nudge us over 445, but when I upgrade my boots, which are like 437, I think, yeah, that should push us over the line. And we do have a 20 for this week as well, so we can get that done as well. I'm actually really intrigued to see if upgrading this to 447 actually bumps us up. I think it will, actually. I think Demon Hunter will be the first character, and like the boots as well. And I could, to be honest, I could probably craft a belt. All right, so we got it gemmed, enchanted. It's time to bump it up and see if it bumps us over 445, which I'm pretty sure it will. It's like 2 bumps. Oh man, It's so close. It's so close. All right, well, I mean, we've got 437 crafted boots, which I should have upgraded a long time ago. But we haven't been playing the Demon Hunter, so I'm quite happy with where we are. The boots are the only thing that really let us down. But yeah, that's the Demon Hunter. On to the last vault of today, and you probably saw it coming, but it's the Ret Paladin. We are, very close to the Demon Hunter's rating, actually, 2731. Everything we have is pretty decent. I've been experimenting with the trinkets, so these aren't actually the typical trinkets I would use. So I've been swapping between sort of like AoE and single target, and just playing around with what I have. The trinkets are very good for situational things. The Nelfarin's Call to Chaos is very good overall. It works in both single target and AoE. The Chromatic Essence is very good when all of your party have all of them, basically, so you can cover every stat. It's okay on its own, but it's much better when the rest of your group have all the buffs as well. So we definitely could do with some upgrades in trinkets. Weapon would be amazing with the right stats, but I think if I don't get one today, I will probably craft one. And then I need to work on my professions because I am very, very close. I've been a bit stubborn, and I'm very, very close to guaranteed max level on both my blacksmithing crafts and the neck. So hopefully this week, after the vaults, after I get the video out, I can go ahead and do the profession quests, the weeklies, and anything else that's needed. Maybe there's some bits I can craft for some extra points and get those out today. But we are currently sat at 443, so a little bit behind the other two. Those will bump me up maybe to 444, and hopefully what we get out of today's vault can push us that bit further. But let's open the vault. Let's open the vault. Let's see what we get. I'm going to keep it exactly the same. I did clear the raid. I cleared it on heroic. Yes, well, I did Sark heroic. We did the community raid, so I've got a full raid vault, a full Mythic Plus vault, full out with 20s. We have all of our portals now. So let's see what we get. Well, another week. Another week of disappointment. We're obviously not going to take any of the raid gear. We really wanted a beacon or an anvil. Like at this point, I think anvil is probably one that makes sense or more sense. The beacon is really nice, but let's face it, that's not going to happen. Wrists. It doesn't come with haste, so I'm probably going to say no to that one. The neck is a strong contender because of all the haste, though I don't really want the mastery. I mean, I've got the crafted one as well, so I think, to be honest, I'm just going to go with the headpiece because it's tier, and is that the last piece I've got? Myth? Legs are crafted. Myth. That is the last spot as well, so yeah, definitely going to pick these up, and that means we are full myth tier on the paladin, so it's not the end of the world, but it's not quite beacon, is it? It's not quite anvil, but we've got another week, so maybe this week. Oh, we pick up a nice juicy freehold key, and in terms of like score for this week, we have, okay, I've actually timed it on a 21. That's sad. It's literally like the only key I've timed above a 20, I think. Like we've got a 22 VP untimed, and then everything else is 18, 19, and 17. So a lot of rating to be had this week. Definitely going to be doing some paladin. All right, going from hero to myth, it's not going to take us anywhere, I don't think. But I've got to go and convert it anyway. And yeah, it doesn't really do anything. But yeah, full myth tier, paladin. I'll take it. All right, so in the previous week, I've been playing quite a bit of the Ret Paladin. As you've probably guessed by the vaults, I got all the portals, and honestly, it feels really good to play. It feels great. Single target's lacking a bit. It's not the worst, but yeah, Tyrannical this week is going to be a big test for the Paladin. I've got a lot to work on. I really, really want to upgrade these trinkets, man, because I feel like that's going to be a big boost in damage. But yeah, In terms of the Ret series itself, I've sadly not been able to record with the guys. I had some plans. Bursting kind of ruined that because playing without a priest is really, really horrible. And if we have, say, multiple paladins that like to go burr, then the chances of chilling and not going burr is not going to happen, man. We just can't. We just can't. But yeah, that was last week. This week is a new week. As I say, I got a lot planned, and I'll jump into that in a sec. A few people have been asking for the Bastion sound pack, saying that they can't find it on the Discord or on CurseForge. It's not out yet, guys. It's not out. I've announced this many times. I've not once said that the Bastion sound pack is ready. So we still got like 7 sounds we need to record. I'm not going to rush it. Obviously, like my 8-year-old does the sounds, so I can't really force him to do it. It's just, it'll happen when it happens. It will be out when it's out. The Demon Hunter. Now, I had a look, and we spoke about it a couple of times on stream, and I haven't played the Demon Hunter properly or pushed keys for quite some time. So the fact that on Argent Dawn EU, my Demon Hunter is sat 15th out of all the Havoc Demon Hunters, that has kind of given me some form of motivation. And I think soon I'm going to push, and if I can finish in top 10, which, I mean, I can reach top 5 by the end of the week, judging by the keys that people have been running. So I'd be extremely happy with top 10. If you told me at the beginning of the season that my Demon Hunter would be top 10 on the server, I wouldn't have believed you. But unfortunately, the truth of the matter is all of the Havoc Demon Hunters pretty much just stopped playing. I mean, I've watched Jedith for a couple of years now for help playing my Demon Hunter. All of the builds and the guides that he puts out are awesome. But even Jedith has started playing Evoker, so I think he's pretty much stopped on the Demon Hunter at this point. It's sad. The meta, it is what it is. But yeah, I think the Demon Hunter, I mean the Demon Hunter's gear, like the trinkets, I've kind of been blessed, and it's unfortunate because I didn't want to play the Demon Hunter, but I think I got that little bit of motivation to play it a little bit more now. I am going to pug. I'm going to force myself to pug because I need that practice. It's a different environment, and I've been spoiled by the team. And because of that, when I do pug, it's a little harder to adjust because there's certain things you have to do. There's a certain way you have to play. Yeah, it's different to playing with a team. The communication's not there. So we did a couple of pugs. It went horribly wrong. And I need some practice. So yeah, this week I'm going to do some pugs. I might do some on the Evoker because it's a lot easier to get into keys. Demon Hunter's going to struggle unless it's my own key for the most part. So yeah, unless there's maybe some members of the team that are pushing some of the lower 20s, perhaps 21s, 22s, and my Demon Hunter can join in because Demon Hunter's very capable of that. Then yeah, I'm probably going to just have to sit at 20s for the Demon Hunter and run my own keys because the meta is not so accepting right now. I've also had some questions about Season 3 and when it is live. No one knows. No one knows, guys. There's rumors, speculation, like no one knows. They haven't said anything. We are yet to get 10.17. That comes out on, is it the 5th, next week? So next week we'll get 10.17. I honestly think we've still got another 6 to 8 weeks from 10.17, in my opinion. So that's my take. Everyone else has their own opinion. But yeah, on to Season 3 though, if we can talk about what I can give you for Season 3. There are a couple of things. So we have the KSM voting, which I'll probably put out in a week or two. So maybe next week. Unfortunately, I think because I haven't been able to come up with a solution to those that rigged some of the voting last with multiple Discord accounts, I think it's going to be a Twitch sub and Patreon only, unfortunately, which sucks. I know it requires you to be one of those, so it requires some payment, which doesn't sit well with me. So if you want to vote for the poll for Season 3, which will be a melee or arranged, unfortunately, you're going to need to be a Twitch sub or a Patreon. It is what it is. I personally can't think of another way around it, but that's how it's going to go. So in the next, maybe next week or the week after, we're going to vote for the role. We're going to keep that going for a week. So it'll either be melee or ranged. Whichever one is the winner, that will be the season 3. And whichever one doesn't win will be season 4's challenge. That will be set in stone as well. So the following week, after the role has been selected, I will then put out a separate poll to the subs and Patreons to select the spec. There's been some questions about DK and Monk. Because those challenges have been done already, I will cancel that out, and I think it probably makes sense to say that the Rep Paladin is cancelled out as well, which is unfortunate, but I can't really do Rep Paladin again, can I? And then the last announcement for Season 3 that I just wanted to touch on today has been announced on the Discord, but we need to maybe create another we need to do some Discord things basically to improve what we've got going right now. So I think for the community raids in Season 3 for the first maybe I don't know 4 to 6 weeks, it really depends how we progress. It's not going to be open to all of the community. We're going to put together a nice little group, a consistent group, so that we can distribute the loot evenly. So basically with how it is now, open to the community, so you can come on one character one week, you can come on another character the next week, and so on. It's open. You bring like pretty much whatever you want, as long as you meet like certain criteria, which at the minute it really isn't too much. And we've been fortunate enough to bring and include some alts that are perhaps don't belong in a heroic raid, but we've got some pumpers, so at the minute it's absolutely fine. But for Season 3, we understand now that like trinkets and some of the rare items are bonkers. And if alts are turning up, like low geared alts are turning up every week and different alts every week, and they're winning those over players that are bringing their mains, for example, and they're winning over the it just, we don't want that situation on our hands. So we're going to put together a nice team. We're going to work hard to make sure it's all fair and evenly. We're not going to hold loot to a specific person. It's still going to be open. It's still going to be roll for your main spec. We're not going to hold any of the gear base. It's going to be fair, and I'm going to make sure of that as well. These raids will be live on Twitch. I don't know if I'm going to include my camera because it is, I guess, going to be progression, and I've never experienced that before. It's going to be a little frustrating. I'm probably going to show emotion in my face, and it's going to be embarrassing and awkward for me. So that's probably something that I'm not comfortable with. I'm sure you guys understand. It may change. And of course, depending on how we progress, after perhaps, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks, we are then going to open it up to the community, and then it will go back to normal. So you can basically bring whatever you want. That's what we have planned for Season 3. Nothing set in stone. Things could change. We are going to keep you guys updated on the Discord. So if that's something you're interested in and you're not part of the Discord, perhaps worth joining, getting involved, and we'll take it from there, I guess. All right, that's all of World of Warcraft covered. And I'm going to carry on by talking about the ADHD meds. So today I have started my 50 milligrams. I started on 30. I've been on them for 2 weeks. The last maybe 4 or 5 days, I haven't really felt much of the effects. For the first couple of hours, maybe I get dry mouth. Constantly drinking a lot of water, which means I need to pee every 5 minutes. The focus I seem to lose very early on. I'm kind of hoping that the 50s give me that boost. I had a weird one yesterday, actually. So it was day, I guess, 14 on the 30 milligrams. And I took them at like 8:30. I didn't really feel the effects until like, I don't know, it's weird because we spent yesterday. I met Bloodleth yesterday. I popped down to where I live on his travels. I met him, lovely chap. I was very nervous, very anxious. And I think that little time away, like out of my comfort zone, away from the computer, going outside in front of, like, we met at like a coffee shop. There was lots of other people. It was noisy, different atmosphere. And the whole social aspect, like, I'm not used to it. Just talking about it, I've got clammy hands. It's really weird. But we said our goodbyes. He parted way. And about 20 minutes later, I sat at the computer, started doing some bits. And I was like, I don't know. I just got hit with this buzz, this motivation to do things. And it's kind of weird because I did, like, I'm pretty bad at writing notes of things that I need to do throughout the day. And I was given like this thing that I needed to change on Discord, but there was also a list on my whiteboard that I have for the Paladin that I need to get done, like crafting gear and looking at this, that, and the other, just to make sure those min-maxy parts of my rotation are on point. So there's a lot of things that I'm trying to improve, and I just kept on pausing what I was doing. Like I paused the Ret Paladin, I jumped onto Discord, and I was like super hyper focused on getting that issue done, and then there was something else that popped up. It was just a non-stop thing for like 4 hours. It felt great. I just wish that would last. So yeah, I'm on the 50s today. I hope things are a lot better. I took them about an hour and 20 minutes ago. I think I'm slowly starting to feel the effects now as I'm wrapping up this video. My mouth is getting really dry. And as always, I will keep you guys updated. And if anything happens during the week that's worth mentioning, I will put that in the mental health channel that we have on Discord as well. So again, if that's something you guys are interested in, that option is there too. All right, enough rambling from Dilly. Pills have definitely kicked in because I'm chatting loads of rubbish now. I'm going to leave you guys there. I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, a like would be much appreciated. But that's me done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.